I have a hospital appointment in 10 minutes and I've driven round, I think, no word of lie, this is the 6th time. There's no spaces. Please, is this someone coming out or are they parking? Okay, we finally managed to get a parking space. We have 6 minutes to get to an appointment. I wanted to do a proper intro now, but I'm probably going to have to do it after. I have a hospital appointment today to see my diabetic nurse. And typical, my blood sugar is a bit high. But that's fine. I'm just going to try and correct it before I get there. I haven't actually linked my pump to my Dexcom because I changed it yesterday. Anyway, I done a post on my TikTok and Instagram basically saying that I wanted to start a new series called Chronically Frank. If I can do something fancy here, then I will. But I just feel like I have so much to say, so much I want to share. You guys do ask me a lot of questions and I feel like I can't get it in a small little couple of minute video on TikTok or Instagram. So I thought I'll start this little series and we'll just see how it goes. I actually do have a lot to go through with my diabetic nurse. I'm not sure if I can bring you in the appointment, we will see. But let's go to this appointment. I need to do my parking. And then I can go through everything that I want to talk about and answer some of the questions that I got yesterday. I'm also a very slow walker. I've got 4 minutes to get there now. You can tell I'm in no major rush. They're always late anyway, but like I hate to be late because then I think, oh, am I waiting longer because I was late. Right, parking's done. Let's go. I still do get a bit nervous talking to the camera in public, so I'm just going to do some messages. I'm actually going to write in my notes all the things that I need to talk about because I always seem to forget when I'm in there.
And you can do TikTok and talk about your brilliant nurse. That's what you can do.
Of course I'll talk about our brilliant nurse.
Yeah, talk about the brilliant nurse and going diabetes specialist. And you got, how much followers have you got?
On TikTok, 230,000.
Okay, put me on there. Put my name. Don't put my brilliant diabetes specialist nurse. Deleted current diabetes. Yeah, that's as much as I want you to go for.
Okay. You don't want to be on it though?
No, I don't want my face on it yet.
Okay.
I've got no makeup on. Look at me.
You don't need makeup.
My eyes underneath there.
You don't need makeup.
Last night. Yeah, you can do that. Big us up. And let them realise you're getting good care in the best hospital. You know, people put the hospital down, but they don't realise you got good staff within it.
They do, and I'm actually very lucky because I have good diabetes team. I just give you a bit of a challenge.
We don't worry. No challenge is no challenge whatsoever.
Am I a favourite patient?
Yeah, I've got a couple of favourite patients. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, I'm gonna put it on my video. I'm gonna say.
No, you can't do that. You can't be trouble. You're my favourite patient. I've got lots of favourite patients.
I've got that on video now. Evidence.
Yeah, lots of favourite patients.
Okay.
You're bad.
What, have you got a new machine there then?
Yeah.
I have my HbA1c done.
1994.
Can I do my... Oh, what is that?
You want to put this on TikTok?
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Oh. Like the reason I'm still alive is because of Lily and John. What's that bit?
It's the actual disc to put the blood on. So you wash your hands nice and clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you put it against the side of the finger, then you press down on the purple.
Is this a hard one as well?
It's a little bit painful. It's not like, don't pinch your fingers or anything. Put it to the side of the finger and press down. That's it. Don't squeeze it. Did you feel that? You didn't splice your finger, did you? Okay. Then I will just massage it up. Which finger was it? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's enough. And then I'll put it on the disc. Brilliant. There you go.
Thank you.
And then this takes 5 minutes, and you know that the HbA1c.
This is a very important message. Listen.
Yeah. As a type 1, you just need to carb count. You can eat whatever carbs you need. Of course, we encourage healthy eating.
Yeah.
But you just need to count the carbs.
Yeah.
Not sugar, carbs.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't mind being in
it. Wait. Good. Hold on.
Should we take this off?
So
the NHS bit?
Just swing it around the back.
Okay. We'll stick it off.
This is for my YouTube.
What do we say?
Whatever you want to say. I was just having my appointment. What are your names actually? Sorry.
I'm Kerry.
Kerry.
Bubbles.
Troy,
keep eating, yeah?
This is part of Lily, you're not in it. This is part of Lily's team. This is the best hospital appointment I've ever had. And my HbA1c's just come back. Am I not allowed to take a picture of that?
No.
Oh, okay. We're not allowed to take a picture of that. No. I don't think I'll ever get over if anyone ever recognises me or they say they follow me. Like, it is actually wild. I'm just a normal person that creates content. And it does actually genuinely blow my mind when people say they love the content or follow me, especially in like such random places. Like obviously that appointment, it was actually really fun. So when I got there, my doctor was there as well. So the first part of my appointment I had with my doctor and the diabetic nurse, which I mean, I'm very lucky for anyway. So those of you that don't know, I'm type 1 diabetic. I have underactive thyroid. I've got kidney disease from poor control of my type 1 diabetes when I was younger. And then loads of other like long-term side effects of that. So retinopathy, so damage to my eyes. I've got osteopenia from lack of estrogen because of my premature ovarian insufficiency, which essentially is like early menopause. And I was diagnosed with that when I was 15. And then just a list of like other random things. But those are like the key things, and the problem is that I've always been terrible with keeping up on top of everything. So it's like I feel like I go through cycles. So like I'll really focus on my diabetes, but then let the HRT slip, and then I focus on something else, and then I let the thyroid slip, because I've been really terrible with taking my thyroid tablets. Don't ask me why. Sometimes I just get really overwhelmed and it feels like a lot. And I've got my HbA1c down, which is great, but I've let my thyroid slip, which has then resulted in fluid around my heart. So year before last, I was diagnosed with something called pericarditis, which obviously can be very dangerous, and going into like the heart territory is quite scary. If I'm honest, at the moment I do feel really unwell day to day, and I was talking to my doctor and nurse then, just saying like pretty much each day I feel like I can only do like one big thing because my body actually can't hack it. Like I really feel drained, like I feel like I'm going through it, and that's just not normal for a 31-year-old. Basically it's all down to not taking my thyroid properly, and just looking after myself. So last Friday I actually was in A&E. I'd gone to the GP about how I was feeling, and then long story short, because it was like to do with chest and chest pain and stuff, they sent me to A&E, and it was just a lot. I wouldn't recommend this, but I had my ECG, I had my blood work, and then I just left. And I just thought, whatever, I'm good. I added it all to ChatGPT. I shouldn't even say that. Might have to cut that out. But yeah, I took my blood test, I took my ECG, I added it to ChatGPT. And it's actually quite good. It's quite thorough, and I put everything, like how I was feeling. Not only did it validate my feelings, which was actually nice to hear, because sometimes I think, especially with chronic illness, because it's an invisible illness, sometimes I feel like, am I just being extra? Like, am I just like being lazy? Why am I this tired? Maybe it's just because I've been doing this and doing that. But it did validate my feelings, and it did make sense. And also from my blood work, it said that my vitamin D was low, my iron was low, and I was dehydrated, and inflammation's high. So I've been slacking a bit on my juicing, so we're getting back on that. It's just literally where I've been so tired, I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and I did have a little stash in my freezer, and then I got through that. So anyway, back on the juicing, because I swear by that, and I will do a separate video talking about juicing as a type 1 diabetic. Oh, I've lost my trail of thought. How bad is that? I had to just re-watch back the last minute of the clip to remember what I was talking about, and that as well is that is also like a side effect of my thyroid levels being crazy. So I think your TSH should be under 4.2, and my last blood test, which they didn't actually test it on Friday, but a few weeks, I think 3-4 weeks ago, it was 538 or something, which is absolutely wild. and usually they actually stop testing over 100. So yeah, it does explain why I get the brain fog. And sometimes on my TikTok videos I'm literally pausing or saying words wrong or repeating myself because my brain is just not functioning properly. The only way I can explain it is a bit like if you're type 1 diabetic and you have a hypo and then you get a bit confused and you get the brain fog. It's like that, but I'm literally like talking it out loud and then I'm like, oh, what was I saying? Anyway, so yeah, this appointment has kind of, one, I feel so much better. I feel motivated because I always think the next time I see them, so my next appointment with my doctor I think is in March, so I'm giving myself that's 3.5, 4 months, and as long as I've improved from where I'm at now, I'll be happy. In the last year, I think I've lost like 3.5 stone. I did talk about it a bit on my TikTok, but I really just didn't want it to be about weight loss because honestly it's boring. Like, I don't want to watch, me personally, I don't really want to watch like TikToks always constantly talking about like weight loss and stuff, because I go on TikTok as my like form of like to chill and relax. I want to see funny videos, I want to see like nice food and things like that. So creating content about weight loss, it was just too consuming. I was too obsessed with it. I'll be there like watching, comparing myself. So yeah, I just kind of took the pressure off. Juicing has definitely helped me along with my journey and like my health journey, but it's not just about weight, it's everything. I'm trying to improve absolutely everything, because this time last year I was literally wearing like size 20 to 22 clothes. I wasn't looking after myself. I was eating rubbish. I felt rubbish. I was so down. I was so down. And then all these steps that I've taken to like look after myself has also helped me with my content journey, because it was keeping me motivated, you know. Anyway, this is where we're at. I've been ranting off for far too long, and also I need to try and head back. I've left the dogs, so I don't want to leave them too long. I need to stop at the shops on the way back because we're going to pick up some bits for juicing. Then I will continue and catch up with you in a bit. We're now at my favourite little Turkish supermarket. They just sell loads of fresh, it's not, try not to get run over. They sell loads of like fresh fruit and veg, but it is the best place to get ginger and a few fresh ingredients. Plus I do need to get some browning because I want to make stewed chicken tonight. This is the shop in South Croydon. The size of that avocado.
I'll show you a picture of that.
This is also where I get my nice tomatoes to go a little bit soft today. Get this one. Okay, it's now about 1:30. I'm actually quite hungry. What am I doing with the TV? I've just made some avocado on toast. I was going to make it with you, but honestly I just feel a bit rubbish. My kitchen's a mess. I hate leaving my kitchen a mess when I make food. I like to like clear up as I go, then sit down and enjoy my food. But I am gonna make a start on dinner in a bit because I want to season my chicken. Just check my blood sugar. So I had a coffee this morning, and I'd normally make the coffee that I've made now. I'm in another coffee. This is my protein iced coffee, so I just add my protein, vanilla whey protein to Oatly milk, mix it up, and then I just add a shot of coffee, and then I have done some cold foam because I've got a little bougie coffee machine. But I normally have this in the morning, and this will kind of see me through until lunch. Then I'd normally have like a juice and then whatever I'm gonna have for lunch. But because I was rushing today and I don't know, I'm just kind of out of my routine at the moment, I just had a hot coffee, so now I'm feeling a bit like definitely need to eat. So this is what I've got. I love avocado on toast. This is just Sainsbury's, I think it's the seeded sourdough, bit of avocado, lemon juice, chili flakes, pomegranate seeds and crispy onions. And then the Garlic Farm sent me this salt, pepper and garlic in a little grinder, and I've added that, so I'm going to try it. And that is very good. This is my blood sugar. So it is 7. I'm not gonna lie, when I was driving home, I did eat half a 12 because I was feeling a bit like I needed to eat something, and it's the only thing that I had to have. That's such a bad excuse. I'm addicted to 12s at the moment. I'm not even a sweet person, I'm not even a chocolate person. For the last couple of weeks, I feel like as soon as it got cold, I was like, I do actually fancy some chocolate. So at the moment, with like where I'm at with my health, I do feel like I can only really do like one thing in a day, like one main thing, because it does wipe me out. And I hate saying that, like, I hate even admitting that. But I've just come back and I was like, oh, I can't even do a TikTok of my lunch because like I just need to eat and just sit down for a little bit. I have got some amendments for an ad that I'm working on, and I've also got to do another concept for a different ad, which I've got to use some brain power for that, so I've got to do that. I would have liked to have done a lunchtime juice video, but maybe we'll try and get that out for like 5 o'clock. So I'm going to have like a bit of a break. It actually sounds perfect being like a bit of a break, but I actually feel like I don't stop. Like, I'm always doing something. Probably going to give myself half an hour. Then I've got to clean my kitchen, do some content, do those amendments. So I just carb count. So I'm counting the carbs for 1 slice of sourdough. And that's probably all I'm going to count for. And then I've got this huge coffee. Oat milk is definitely going to mess my blood sugar up. I kind of just guesstimate, and I normally take it like as I start eating, unless I know it's really going to spike me, then I'll do a pre-bolus. Probably going to take 30 grams of carbs and then see if I finish this whole thing. I feel under pressure now that I've said that, because I really don't want my blood to go really high or to have a hypo. But nobody's perfect. It literally just is a guessing game. So we're going for 30 grams. Which is going to give me 3 units of Nova Rapid. And I'm just going to sit and eat this and reply to some messages. So I've just finished cleaning my kitchen. I had to do the washing up. You guys know how much I hate doing the washing up. I feel like it's just non-stop. I did sit down for about 45 minutes to be fair, but I did get some work done, so that's fine. I've seasoned my chicken. So we've got brown stew chicken that has been marinating. I'll cook that in a bit. You guys might know that we did have our kitchen done a couple of months ago. Well, was it a couple of months ago? It's still not finished, as you can tell. Probably the painting's not finished. I wanted it painted the same colour as the rest of the house, but Sean thought that I wanted it white. Don't want it white. He like started doing it, then I was like, no, stop. And we haven't got around to it because of 101 different things. But I've still got to order a dishwasher, washing machine and tumble dryer. We've got a washing machine at the moment, but it does actually need upgrading. I've got like a little bit of a utility bit, but this is real life, to be honest, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to start doing my YouTube vlog until everything's done, but actually this is the reality, and we've still got like plugs that aren't to the wall. Anyway. Oh, my bloods are dropping again. We're 4.8. I don't even know if you can see that. My bloods are dropping. I was just about to make a juice, realised that I actually thought I had more apples, so I wanted to make some ginger shots. So I've got 3 green apples, some celery, kale, parsley, ginger. To be fair, I can still make my normal green juice out of all of that. This pineapple may or may not have seen better days. I can't remember when I cut it. I think it smells fine. It's fine, I'm going to use it anyway because I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to make a green juice, but I want to make a video. This is where it's annoying because my blood's obviously like dropping, so I need to correct that. But then I just feel like it actually affects my brain power. And obviously for my juicing videos, I like to explain like the benefits of the fruit and veg in the videos. And that is actually why sometimes I don't post a juice video every day, because I haven't got enough brain power to think about what I need to say, double check it, and like actually make sure that what I'm saying is correct. Whilst talking to the camera, chopping and doing it all. I know that sounds so silly, but that is why I don't always post a juice video every day, because if I feel like this, I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I sometimes still do just make the juice and then just drink it. Obviously don't show you guys, but I almost then feel like it's wasted content and wasted, do you know what I mean? Anyway, right, I'm babbling away, my blood's at 4.8. So I took 30 grams, I counted 30 grams for my lunch. I didn't finish the coffee. Do you know what? Let me go get it. That is how much I drank. That's why I'm having a hypo, because if I would have had that, my bloods probably wouldn't be dropping. I'm going to have this apple juice. A lot of the time when I have a hypo, I really just don't want it to stop me doing from what I'm doing, so I will just carry on and treat the hypo. Which is fine when I feel like not too bad, but sometimes hypos like wipe me out. I do find when I'm on the pump that I have a few more hypos for the first week or two. It depends. My blood sugar control is much better, but because it sits like almost perfect, it's easier to slip into a hypo. So if I'm like walking a bit more, or if I'm doing a bit more than I did the day before, or if I slightly miscorrect my carb counting, I'll have a hypo. My blood sugar control is so much better, hence why I've managed to get my HbA1c down. So if you're thinking about going on a pump, absolutely yes, it is absolutely changed my life. There is no way that I probably wouldn't even be alive, to be honest. There's no way I would even, care enough about my diabetes, but it wouldn't be as controlled as it is without the pump. The pump talks to my Dexcom, so I'm on a closed loop system, so that basically means that the pump will stop delivering insulin once my bloods start going low, and then as it goes higher it will also alert me and say your blood's going higher, correct it. Stupidly, I put my pump on yesterday, but I haven't connected it to my Dexcom, making my life more difficult than it needs to be. Why I'm doing that, I don't know, to be honest. It is what it is. But I would rather be 100% honest with you rather than say that I am the perfect diabetic, because I'm far from it. But we have come a long way. When I was younger, I actually just didn't care, and my blood sugars would be sky high. And when I say sky high, I mean above 20 at least. A lot of the time it would say high, which when I was on the Libra I think was above 30. I do not know how I survived that, because I couldn't now. When my bloods get to about 12 or 13, I feel unwell, which again is the biggest motivator really to keep my blood sugar in check, because when it gets to that 12 or 13, it's ruined my day and I feel rubbish. Because I live such a busy life, I don't have the time to be unwell, whereas when I was younger, I think I was in so much denial and that I didn't care. I just wanted to be normal and fit in with everyone else. And to be honest, all it would take is for one person to tell me that I couldn't have something, I couldn't do something because of my diabetes, and I'd want to do it. So I'd be around a friend's house and their parents would be like, oh no, you can't have that can of Coke, can you? And I'd be like, yeah I can. Literally just out of just stubbornness. Technically, like my nurse said, as a type 1 diabetic you can have anything. Obviously you want to try and eat a healthy, well balanced diet, but technically you can, you just have to make sure you carb count. Saying that though, every person's diabetes care is different. Some people prefer to eat low carb, low sugar, because it means less insulin, and then it's less work trying to have your bloods go up and down. But technically you can have it if you want it. Type 2 diabetes is different. My nan is type 2 diabetic, so she manages her diabetes more through diet and lifestyle. So I think a lot of the time people do get them confused, which can be frustrating when someone says to you, oh, you can't have that, when you're like, I know I can. But also, when was it okay to ever comment on what people eat or don't eat anyway? I'm really babbling because my bloods are low. So I manage my diabetes on the pump and on the pens. It is best on the pump. The pump is back on. So if you don't know, so it's via this little cannula, which I just put on a pod. I will do a separate video on that. I have got some TikToks of it. I will do a separate video. So this just unclips. So when I'm in the shower and stuff, I can take it off. But they say not to have it off for more than an hour, because obviously then your body is not having any insulin. We'll do a separate video talking about the pump versus pens. So let me know if you have any questions, and then I'll answer them in a separate video. This video is just probably more spend the day with me and kind of get to know me a bit better, and I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can throughout the day. I'll get on with making a juice now, because I think it's just 3 o'clock. I've got to do the juice, then I want to make a mac and cheese, I want to cook my stewed chicken, and I'm having my eyebrows done later, because tomorrow I'm going to see my management in person in the office in London. I might actually vlog that day, because to be honest, I feel like it is quite a big moment, because I manifested to be with the management that I'm with. Like, beginning of the year, it was honestly a dream. I thought one day I want to be with them, and I cannot even believe that I'm saying that I am. I'm very lucky with my my management/managers. They are amazing. So we are also going to go out for dinner. So I feel like it's a moment that I want to look back on. Do you know what? I make these YouTubes, and then I like to watch back like later. Like, I've still watched my New York. Sorry to cut you guys off like that. I've just finished my juices. So I've made 3 juices. I'm drinking one now because my bloods are still not really come up properly. I think we're at 4.1 at the moment. And then 3 ginger shots. So these are good in the fridge for like 2 to 3 days. So this is actually perfect. Drink this now. As you can see, I've got more washing up to do. I'm going to sit down and edit my juicing video, and then I'm going to start dinner. It's now 5:30. I feel like I've been in this kitchen all day. I've made a mess, like a real bad mess. But I want to show you what I've made for dinner. I've made mac and cheese. I've done like Tina's mac and cheese. I've adapted my own recipe to hers because it is so good. I've made brown stew chicken, and I made my own coleslaw. This is my coleslaw. Imagine if that dropped. That is the mac and cheese. Incredible. This is my brown stew chicken. I mean, it doesn't look all that, but it tastes all that.
Hi, Frankie. You know what? I have missed you so much today.
And Chris.
Here he is. Here's Chris.
This is for my vlog.
We've got our daily therapy. Oh, where's my wine? Hold on. I've got a tropical. I've called this drink a Gillian because I'm meeting my friend Gillian tonight.
Aww.
So, and I've done it. It's like a pineapple vodka, and she's quite a tropical person, so it's a Gillian.
Love that.
Cheers, mate.
Oh wait, I'm gonna get a trip.
Yes. Cheers, man. And fill it up with some vodka.
I have spent the last week procrastinating about this video because I've just been feeling so unwell and so drained, and I just didn't really understand why, or I didn't really want to admit to myself that I was feeling so rubbish. But I thought, do you know what, pick up the camera and we're just gonna finish this video. I was saying a bit earlier on in the video that I put all of my results into ChatGPT, and I basically followed on and said, like, why am I feeling like this? And yet again, ChatGPT is my therapist. It has validated how I feel, and it does make sense. Basically, it said that a TSH of 538 is that my body's been running in like power saving mode, which is exactly how I feel. Like, I feel like I've been hit by a bus and like very sluggish, tired to the point that sleeping and resting doesn't really help. Like, I'm someone that has to be doing something, so when I'm resting I'm like, oh, I need to go out, I need to do this, and then you just feel down because you're like, what am I doing? I've been in this like really weird mood for the last week because I want to do more. I basically worked 3 jobs this whole year, and then I burnt myself out to the point that now I'm like, what's going on? I never really realised how important my thyroid is until until the last couple of years. So I did have pericarditis the year before last, and then just with this year being like so busy juggling so much, I kind of just let things slip, and I wasn't taking my medication on time or taking the right amount, or I didn't have my prescription when I needed it. Just so many little things that I let become rubbish excuses, and basically here we are. And then it does take a while for the medication to like kick in and for you to feel better, so that's where I'm at. Like, I'm doing everything that I can but not seeing any results yet, and then I'm getting frustrated, like, what's going on? I don't want to feel like this forever, blah blah blah. Anyway, I thought I'd read some of what ChatGPT is saying to me. Your body has effectively been running in power saving mode for a long time. Thyroid hormone affects energy production in every cell, heart rate and blood pressure, so I have got high blood pressure, brain speed and mood. I probably will have already cut out so many times that like I get caught in a word or I repeat myself, or I feel like my brain's buffering. I just thought it's me. And when I look at my TikToks and when I'm editing them, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, I'm literally, and then like can't talk. And when I speak to my doctor about it, it's to do with my thyroid. So it does make perfect sense. A lot of you might know that I say slightly thinned, and that was literally in the peak of like when my thyroid was really, really bad. And then it just become like a running joke. So sometimes I say it as a joke, and then people think, oh, bless her, she's tired, she's this. I'm like, oh. But yeah, anyway. And then it also affects muscles, digestion, kidney function, red cell production. So when your thyroid's really low, cells can't make energy efficiently, oxygen delivery drops, and everything feels heavy, slow and exhausting. basically, like, that is just summing up how I feel at the moment. And it's annoying because it is my own fault. Actually, maybe this is quite fitting for my first episode of Chronically Frank, because I really just didn't want to end the year feeling like this, but it does give me motivation to basically remind myself to not feel like this again, and kind of reiterate how important it is to look after our health, because if we don't, who's going to do it? Like, it is literally down to us to put ourselves first. I find really hard to put myself first, because I would quite literally put anyone and anything before I put myself. So this video and these videos to come are going to keep myself accountable, and then one day I'm going to look back and be like, oh my god, I've done it. Because that's what I feel like I've done. Like, when I was in my early 20s, I never thought I'd get to the point where I would care enough about my health, and I do. I just sometimes forget that I need to look after myself. So it also says severe hypothyroidism directly causes low mood, emotional flatness, brain fog and slowed thinking. And then when your heart and circulation are under stress, it can cause dizziness, weakness, chest discomfort, feeling wiped out after minimal effort. Like, I've literally just gone into Morrison's because I needed to get some bits for tonight's sandwich, and all I'm thinking is, I was like, I need to sit here for a minute, and then I thought, I'm going to record this, then I got to drive home, and it's like, this is a minor task. I'm 31 years old, this is a very minor task, and I'm feeling the way I do, and that is scary. So anyway, on top of that, my bloods did come back with low iron and low vitamin D. I think I did say that earlier on in the video. I've been taking a vitamin D supplement. My acupuncturist told me to get Floridix. I have that, it just doesn't taste very nice. But I also have an iron, like, mouth spray. So after I brush my teeth, I've been using that. Again, it's only been like a week, so I probably need to wait to, like, see the effects. I have just bought some beetroot, carrot, pomegranate. I'm going to make some beetroot juices because beets are really rich in iron and nitrate, so I need all the help I can get. That is where we're at the moment. I tried to answer some of the questions throughout this video. I'm not sure if I have covered everything, but my goal is to do a weekly, like, Chronically Frank type video. But thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.